What are the things that really, in your opinion, make stories stick and connect with other people? Because there's a difference between great storytelling and great storytelling that you remember.
Sure, so let's talk about the process quick, and then we'll get to what really designates is it a good story or not. So the question that I had when it came to this was, how do you supercharge the ability to get over a fear of public speaking? There is a way to do it, and people listening are not going to like the answer. You have to go through a tremendous amount of discomfort, and you need to supercharge the discomfort. So when I was early on in my journey, when it came to public speaking, I went out of my way to embarrass myself. Because the idea is, if you're pulling something and you're stretching something out, you stretch it so hard it doesn't go back to its original state. So how can you embarrass yourself as much and as quickly as possible? Okay, so for me, what that entailed was I would do what we'd consider to be really stupid, right? Like just going and doing stupid things, okay? So as an example, I gave a motivational speech at a comedy club to a room full of drunk people.
Yikes.
It did not go over well. I'm getting booed, I'm getting like run off the stage, and it was really embarrassing.
Yeah.
But then when I spoke the following day to a group of business leaders, it was a cakewalk. And I was like, how do I supercharge that? So then I started getting involved in improv comedy. So, I mean, you've known me for years. I'm not the funniest human being in the world, so I really struggled when it came to improv. So I did it for 4 years, and I was in a traveling group where we would go and we'd have sold out crowds. Wow. So I would be in front of, hundreds of people under bright lights, and the way improv works, it's not stand-up comedy where you have stuff prepared and you go through the same, shtick. It is people throwing suggestions at you from the audience and you just rolling with it.
Oh wow, like whose line is it anyway?
Like
style.
yeah, exactly.
Okay.
But the problem that I had is you really need to be up on pop culture, like as much as possible. So if someone asks something and you don't know, you're up there, you're gonna look like an idiot. So there were numerous times I looked like a complete fool, but the beauty of it was I recognized this is getting my reps in, because if I'm willing to look stupid here, then when I am giving a business talk, it's gonna go much, much easier. So I recommend to everyone listening, if you want to take 5 years to get over your public speaking, then do it how everyone else does it. Agonizingly slow. If you want to supercharge it, figure out how to go and get involved in different clubs, different organizations, and get to the point of being embarrassed as quickly as you can to supercharge that so you can be a better storyteller. Now, to answer your question, how do we know that it's landing? We can kind of test drive our stories when it comes to social media. So we are at a time in human history where we can almost get instant feedback, and that instant feedback we can recognize, is it really connecting with an audience or is it not? So because everyone listening recognizes that LinkedIn's my social media platform of choice, so I talk about LinkedIn quite often. That's for me, so it could be for whatever someone's using. It could be for any social media platform. But for me personally, LinkedIn actually made me a better storyteller.
Oh, sure, no doubt. Because
I'm putting stuff into the world. Sometimes I think it's a really good story, but it falls flat. And then sometimes I'm sharing a story that I think's good, okay, and it goes mini viral. And like people are commenting like crazy, and it really connected. So then I take that and I add it into my talks, or I'll take that and add it into a workshop or a keynote. So I'm using social media as a testing ground to do that.
What I really like about that is that it really opens up the playing field for everybody.
Sure.
So it's no longer, oh my gosh, Matt is a story strategist. Of course he's practicing this art, and of course he's incredible with storytelling. Anybody can do this stuff.